Good morning, students. Students, whenever we are sharing our family photo with friend or with our relative, that time you may get a compliment from them that dear, you have the hair like just your mother, or you have eyes like your father. So that time you may get surprised that at simultaneously how you are able to represent your both the parents. You are not exactly the true copy or the Xerox copy of your mother, or not with the father also, but you are the combination of both. Okay, so how exactly this happened? This happened because of one particular phenomenon which we have studied in the genetics. Okay, now here you can see the three words are written. You have to guess from these three words which exactly that phenomenon is. Yes, correct. This is inheritance. So how to define now inheritance? Whenever there is a transfer of characteristics from one generation to another one, that process is called as inheritance. When these genes are inherited, that time some genes are going to be expressed during the expression. So when these genes are expressed, they are called as dominant. And if they are not able to express, if they are ignored, then they are called as recessive. Now just now we have taken the example. Now why I am having the hair just like my mother? Because that particular gene which I received from my mother is a dominant one. The curly hair gene which are from my father, it become recessive one at the time of expression. Like this it will work, and we are getting the combination of both the parents, and we are just resembling them simultaneously. Now along with these three words, now today we are going to study a new term, that is pedigree analysis. Now how to define this pedigree analysis? The study of inheritance in human is called as pedigree analysis. One more time I want to repeat. Pedigree analysis is the study of inherited gene in humans. Now what is the importance of this pedigree analysis? Now see students, when the genes are transferred from one generation to another generation, that time it may happen that parents are normal. Their first generation is also normal. But their third one or the fourth one generation offspring, they are having some of the problems which are related to the chromosomes. That time it will be very easy for us to deal with that patients. Now, so in short, how we are going to say about the pedigree analysis? It is a whole and soul study about the inherited genes and how they are going to help you out to cure that patient, or to see exactly the history behind that, from which parent this particular gene has come. Okay, and why it is able to express. Now that all things we have to study. Now in a NEET exam, you may definitely get one problem related to pedigree analysis. So how to start to solve that, or how to choose the correct option for that given pedigree chart. Now this particular figure are called as pedigree chart. To study about this, now you can see the square is there and circle are there. So circle will resemble female candidate and the genotype for that is XX, and square it's for male and their genotype is X and Y. Now when the pedigree chart is provided to you and you have to identify which particular type of inheritance it is, that time we just have to follow 4 steps. Only 4 steps. By applying that 4 steps, you may definitely get a correct option and you will score the marks also. Now let's see which step we have to follow first. That is, we have to study first. By looking at that figure, we have to see that whether that flow chart or that pedigree chart is showing the cytoplasmic inheritance or not. How to identify now this cytoplasmic inheritance? In that case, both the parents, now you can see here male and female, or father and mother, in both the cases these parents are normal. But the first generation of them, either it is normal or all offsprings are affected. I am repeating, when the parents are normal and their generation or their offsprings, either they will be completely normal or they all are affected. If this condition is there, then we have to take for cytoplasmic inheritance. They are showing cytoplasmic inheritance. But in case if any one of this offspring is normal, then we have to skip this one particular option. It is not cytoplasmic inheritance. Then we have to think for the next option. Then we have to see the pedigree chart again to see that whether it is Y-linked inheritance or not. How to identify? Now this is the second step. First step we have already done. Now second step, just see. Y-linked inheritance. How to identify? Now see here in genotype where we can see the Y is there with the male only. And now correlate that particular point with this pedigree chart. What you can observe? Both the parents are normal, just like in the first case. Both the parents are normal. But in the next generation, you may see that this son are affected. How that gene has come there? Obviously from the male, we are getting this Y. So when the son is affected, all son, if they are having 2 son or 1 son or 3 son, that time all are affected, then it will link to the Y-linked inheritance. Now in case, in this pedigree chart, any one of the daughter is affected, then this time this is not a Y-linked inheritance. Then we have to go for the another step. That step is X-linked dominant. Now see how that figure will look like. Here the parent, that is mother, is completely normal, but father is affected one. Now when father is affected, again see when at the time of splitting or at the time of the gamete formation, how the gamete are going to be formed? X and Y. And who is responsible to give the gender of the baby? Obviously the male is there or the father is there. So when the daughters are affected, from where they are getting that particular affected gene? Obviously from father. So like this we have to identify. We will repeat this one again. We have to compare these two where both the parents are normal, but in first case either the whole offsprings are normal or affected. If any one of this affected, then we have to think for second option whether it is Y-linked or not, or it is X-linked or not. Y-linked, how you are going to get? If the sons are affected, then this is Y-linked. If daughter are affected and father is also affected, then we have to select the option as X-linked dominant. Now let's see about the autosomal dominant. In an autosomal dominant disease, if you get the abnormal gene from your father, that time definitely the daughter, they are going to be affected one. It is not like that the whole daughters or the all daughters will be affected. Any one of the daughter can be affected. Like this we can study. Now think for the next one. These all options are not there. Then we have to move for the fourth one, that is X-linked recessive. Now I already told you recessive one. Now from where that recessive will come? This particular genes are not able to express. Okay. But still we can see some of the cases where the patients are suffering from X-linked recessive diseases. Now see, now our parent we have to focus. This parent, father is normal, but mother is affected one. When mother is affected one, that means they are having XX. So where it will get transferred? Definitely to son. Now if we compare both this, what you can see? Can we compare this one? Can any simile is there? No, definitely not. In offspring we can see all sons are affected, but their parents are both normal. Here in this X-linked recessive case, you can see that mother is affected. If mother is affected and son are also affected, then it is X-linked recessive. Now see for the next one, how that recessiveness will come. These are the nothing but the just example. For example, we have taken these are the normal parent genotype. When they are going to be coupled, obviously the combinations you all know. AA can be combined. A capital A can be combined, or capital A small a can be combined, or the third option is small a can be combined. Now just think about that. In one of this, a recessive characteristics is there which is not expressed when that person is developed or is growing. That time that particular gene is not expressed at all. But when the offspring is there, that time both the small genotype, that means AA, which is responsible for that disease, is there with the offspring. So obviously this offspring will be affected one. So simple it is to study about the pedigree analysis. Pedigree analysis will give you complete study of inherited gene. Now one more time we will repeat that 4 steps and then we will stop. See here, we started with the female and male symbols where the circle and square we have to use, and we have to keep this particular genotype in our mind where this XS represent female and XY represent male. Then the first step, whenever you see any one of the pedigree chart, you have to see that whether it is cytoplasmic inheritance or not. First you have to just look on this parent. Parent are normal, offsprings are normal, okay, it is a cytoplasmic one. Or parents are normal, all offsprings are affected, then it is cytoplasmic inheritance. Then if it is not, if this case is not there, then we have to think for the Y link and X link. How to identify? Very easily you can identify the Y link because all sons are affected. Parents are normal, all sons are affected. Then it is Y link inheritance. Then if the father is affected and daughter is affected, then it is X link dominant. Then we'll come to the last one where the recessive characters we have to study. That is X link recessive. That time mother is affected one and the son are affected one. Like this we can remember just every time whenever you solve the pedigree chart and you want to tick a particular option there, which kind of inheritance it is, then we have to follow this all 4 steps. Thank you.